by Manik Moitro. Manik Moitro is a career civil servant who currently serves as the Special Commissioner of Revenue and Additional Director of Netaji Subhash Administrative Training Institute in the government, under the government of West Bengal. He is a master trainer certified by the Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India. Um, there seems to be some overlap of sound. Are we okay? Good to go? Yeah. Presently, he coordinates training courses for the officials of the Government of India, the Government of West Bengal, and other states and union territories. And he is also an essayist writing on art, society, and culture. Mr. Moitro will speak briefly. First, we will release the book, which is simply a question of untying it and holding it up for all of us to see. Thereafter, he will say a few words about his book, and then I would like to invite Ms. Amna Mirza, board member of Valley of Words Foundation, followed by Mr. Sanjeev Chopra, Valley of Words Festival Director, to say a few words. Thank you. We can now proceed to the unveiling. Okay, let's now proceed on with the program. Mr. Moitro, আপনি একটু আপনি বসে বলতে পারেন, মাইক আছে আপনার।
Okay. A trainer always likes to stand on the podium, but you're not expected to speak for 40 minutes. Time একটু limited আছে। Finally, I'm here. Thank you. Cheat sheet. So that is the reason I'm here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and many thanks to Dr. Sanjeev Chopra sir and Amna Mirza madam for being here. I'm privileged to be here at the Valley of Words. I'm happy that our book is finally out, and I say our consciously because in writing this, I have drawn from not only my experiences, but my family, my trainees, my colleagues, and my time in getting to work under the guidance of some of the best minds in the country. One of them is Dr. Sanjeev Chopra, who was my Director General at the Administrative Training Institute, Kolkata, and he has been a guide in life and in work. Not only did he encourage me continuously to write this book, but he also readily agreed to write the foreword when it finally started taking shape. This book is called Every Second Counts. It's a book that talks about my experiences in training and hopes to be a guide for managers and trainers who are looking to find and nurture excellence in their organizations. Shakespeare famously asked, "What's in a name?" Well, the name of the book, Every Second Counts, came to my mind somewhat subconsciously. When I was thinking about writing something on this, I was also thinking about improving my own work in the government, which is public service delivery. I realized that it is time which is usually taken for granted in most public sector offices. It is evident in the delay in everything, be it a simple letter that a citizen needs or a delays in multi-crore projects. And this delay is what creates a perception of lack of empathy. So I thought it would be appropriate to instill a culture where we can train people to think about time and excellence together. Now, once I had decided on this name, I Googled it. And I found out that there are two more books by the same name. One by the cyclist Lance Armstrong, who was later disgraced for doping, and one on the first heart transplant done by Mr. Christian Barnard. Both were great books. So when I think about the journey that has taken me from the first humble lines to this event here at the Bengal Club, I think part of it is because there is indeed something in a name. Otherwise, why should I be invited here? So, humor aside, in this book, I have tried to demystify the complex language and serious subject of training through stories and anecdotes that can help people. For example, I have seen thousands of documents in government, in even corporate sectors, which use the words aims and objectives. But these are two different things, and understanding them can help you progress faster. For in the Mahabharata, Arjuna's aim was to marry Draupadi. So that was his intention. That was his aim. But to fulfill his aim, he had to perform something under certain conditions. And in training terms, that was his objective. The performance that was needed was to hit the eye of a fish under the condition that the fish was hanging from a revolving wheel. He had another condition. He had to shoot while looking at the reflection of the fish in the water. He had tool and skills at his disposal, and his bow and arrow, his archery skills. If we could specify everything that we are aiming for in terms of specific conditions, specific standards, and specific objectives, we can then start to think, how can I improve performance to achieve it? Yes. So every second counts. So I will not take your time any longer, but I would be remiss if I did not thank the enormous help from my publishers at Tathagato, Mr. Srikant and Aparna Bashak. My children Ritoban and Ritobroto critically challenged my thoughts at every point. And this book would not be possible without my wife Shoma, to whom I promised before marriage 30 years ago that I would one day be an author. So this launch has actually reaffirmed my marriage. So, and finally, once again, thank you, Dr. Amna Mirza, sir, Dr. Shonji Chopra, and Anjum Katyal, madam, co-director of the Kolkata Vertical of Valley Awards. Thank you very much. Stay safe and enjoy the festival. Thank you.
Draws people like an irresistible magnet.
Am I audible? Namaskar, a very good morning to each and all. I bring to you greetings from Delhi. I teach at University of Delhi, and I've been fortunate enough to learn further, being a student of democratic education, taking it forward with the Valley of Words International Literature Festival. So once again, thank you, Sanjeev sir, for this platform, for this wonderful learning opportunity, which we all have once we indulge with the realm of arts and literature. And trust me, WOW is a great platform. My congratulations to very respected Manik Maitra sir. So it's a wonderful book, and I'll be dwelling on it. I'll be trying to get reflection from the world that I come in, that is of education, arts, technology, and globalization. And my greetings to Anju ma'am also. Once again, as we congratulate Manik sir for this wonderful work, every second counts. Why this work becomes very essential, as in the very forward, what Sanjeev Chopra sir says, that we have to realize that we live in a dynamic world. Yes, we're living in a world where technology is defining our lives. We're living in a world where this very technology is disrupting our lives every day. And this is a fact that we all have to imbibe it. This is a fact that impacts us from global to the local. And again, this is a fact. That is how today threats are redefining our lives, which is, because I work in the realm of international relations, today our threats are cutting across borders. So seen in that realm, wherein we're seeing the rise of new forms of industry models where Industry 4.0 and technology and globalization 4.0 are, being pledged that they will be having a huge impact. In that context, this work, Every Second Counts, is indeed a big eye-opener. Eye-opener in the sense, how in the very, page 8 of the book, you must read this book, very significant. Manik sir points out that for survival tactic, and I think it's not just applies to organizations, it applies to all of us, to individuals also, that is how we must aim to excel at the target goals. Yes, this is the biggest defining parameter of our lives now. That we have to, in this process of catching up things, we have to get this mark of excellence each day. And then how do we do that? I think this book, of course, it has elaborate 20 chapters talking about so wonderful things. But as a learner, as an educator, what really impresses my mind is the answer that I get. And when you flap through all the 200 reams, that's on page 248. That is, we have to learn, relearn, and unlearn. This is what actually defines the knowledge paradigm, not only at the national level, but at the global level. At a time where we're discussing the rise of global knowledge economy, it is essential that we must think about right mechanisms of training, the right parameters of what a trainer should do. And in that aspect, this work, Every Second Counts, is indeed very significant. And most important, pedagogy. That how we have to reinvent as teachers, as trainers, in order to acquaint and answer better to needs of the challenging and changing times. So once again, thank you, Sanjeev sir, for involving all of us for the WOW. And of course, I'll also use this occasion, Anju ma'am, that please do join us for all the verticals, all the modules of WOW, especially the parliamentary debate, wherein we learn from ideas. And once again, congratulations, Manik sir, wonderful book. And the journey as an author that you promised, ma'am, years ago should not stop here. There should be more to that. Congratulations, sir. Thank you. Once again, namaskar.
Yeah, I'll just say something. Yes, I know you're running out of time. No, I won't go to the podium. I'll save some more time. You see, an alternate title to this book could have been Trifles Make Perfection, but perfection is not a trifle. What happens is that in the course of our things, we only focus on something which looks apparently very important. But it's all the little things which make a difference. It is the scheduling. It is deciding what you're going to speak, when you're going to speak, how you're going to speak. And before Anjum tells you, don't speak any longer to close the session because we're running out of time. Because time is the only resource, which we cannot get back. And he's quoted Peter Drucker there that, the only resource that is actually non-renewable is the resource of time. And therefore, counting every second is very significant. Thank you, Mr. Moitra, for making us realize this time and again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chopra, for being a perfect example of what the book's title says. It's wonderful. Thank you very much, all three participants. What is the time now? Okay. Great. Thank you. We have a 10-minute break in which we would invite you